What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I got a really great one for you. Super excited to be bringing you this content. What we're going to be focusing on is my entire desk setup. At a time where I think productivity is in the utmost importance as we head into 2022, with this work from home environment, everything that I have on my desk that I utilize is here intentionally. And it's stuff that really helps me maximize my productivity. So I want to share a lot of this equipment with you guys. If you're ever wondering how I make these YouTube videos, what is the gear I'm using? What do I use for my cameras? What do I use for my lenses? How do I actually flip in between each angle? Well, I'm going to be going into all of that in this video here today. So if you have any questions along the way, make sure you leave them in the comment section. And if you're new here, my name is Dalton. Typically, we're talking about investing, personal finance, and wealth building. So those are the topics I typically cover. This one's a little bit different. And let's jump right in. So before I get too far into this video, I want to talk about a desk that was sent to me by FlexiSpot. Now this desk is the FlexiSpot EB8W Bamboo Top Height Adjustable Desk in white. And FlexiSpot sent me to do a review on this desk, but this has by far been one of my favorite desks ever to use, and it's gonna be my main desk moving forward. Right now I have it set up upstairs. I'm usually in the basement doing work. There wasn't enough room for me to set it up there, but this is where I've been editing most of my videos now, and sort of has a lot of great features to it. So if you zoom in over here, you're gonna see some of the adjustable height settings that you have. There are 4 memory set settings that you can use, and all you need to do is set it to a desired height. You'll hold down one of the buttons to lock it in, and then forever, if I were to say set 1 as my sitting height, I would just tap on 1 and it would take me to the right height. If I set 2 to be the adjusted standing height, all I do is tap 2 and it would take me to that exact height. Now, the reason why this desk is awesome is because it's got 4 of those adjustment settings. So this is sort of a shared desk right now between my girlfriend and I. And so she has memory settings 1 and 2 set to be her sitting height and her standing height, whereas I have 3 and 4 set to be my sitting and standing height. So it's really, you know, it's a great size for a desk. You can see we got 2 monitors up here at the moment. Everything fits super well. One of the best features on this, in my own opinion, is this drawer right here, because I do have another standing desk that I have a couple qualms with, and one of it is not having any storage area. So this one works really well. One of the best things about this desk is how quick and easy it was to set up. I'd say it took us about 10 minutes to put it all together. And another great thing I didn't point out quite yet is these USB and USB Type-C ports over here. It seems like with all the new Apple products and different products that are utilizing that USB Type-C, it's hard for me to even find the right blocks that I have to plug into the wall. So it makes it that much easier that it's incorporated right within the desk. So right now is sort of my desired sitting height. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I can either use these up and down arrows to get the desk to move up and down, so I can hold it down, and you can see the whole desk raising if you take a step back. So it'll go up like that. And then if I wanted to use my memory selected setting, all I do is click on this. I clicked number 4 there, and it raises automatically to my desired standing height. So what's awesome is this is a pretty good height for me, and it could even go higher than this if we wanted to. We just have this lamp in the way right here, but I don't need to go much higher than this ever. I don't want to be like, you know, reaching way up to have to use it. And as a 6'2" person, you know, a desk that can go up to my desired height is really nice to have. So just to give you some overall thoughts and opinions, you know, if you're wondering if you're actually going to use the different heights, Emma, what do you have to say about this desk?
Well, I use this desk a lot day to day right now, and I use the multiple heights multiple times a day. One, because I'm reminded on my watch to move around once an hour during my workday. And if by putting the desk up, I'm allowed to meet that requirement, but also keep working, which is great. I also use different heights for filming and things like that. So I find it very helpful.
So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I want to thank FlexiSpot again for sending us this wonderful desk. And I can't wait till I can incorporate this fully in my office setup when we finally move to the new house that we've been working on. And we'll probably have to pick up another desk at that point so Emma can have one too, but that's where we're at. Okay, so quickly I want to go over a lot of the gear that I use, sort of the engine behind the YouTube workstation. And as you can see, this is the desk that I have been using. It is so much larger than the other one, and it actually takes up too much space. Now, initially I was going overboard and overkill with a lot of the gear that I have, and I think to be successful on YouTube and to be successful in a lot of the areas that I've seen some success in, you don't need all of this stuff. But I thought I'd get started with the beast itself. This is my MacBook Pro 2018 edition, I believe, 16-inch, 1 terabyte SSD. And what this really allows me to do is have super strong editing capabilities. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, which I get for free through my current 9-to-5 job. So I've never had to pay for Adobe Premiere Pro, which is awesome. But this thing renders, it does a kick-ass job. It used to take me, you know, an hour to render one video that I was putting out. Now I'd say at most, with even some of the complicated editings that I do, it takes about 15 minutes max. So it's been awesome to have that. You can see I have dual monitors set up back here. Really, these things are so large, I only need one of them. But basically what happens is when I'm editing YouTube videos, this is sort of the editing station I would have. You can see I was already editing a video here. What happens is I will usually create a folder on my desktop that has the files I've been working on. So this was my new house update where I was talking about the duplex that I had purchased. So I'll be able to just drag the video clips right into Premiere from there, and it sort of makes it a little bit easier on me. Now, the keyboard that I use is the Apple's keyboard. It's not the super extended one with the numbers over here, the number pad, which honestly I kind of wish that I did have, but I just like keeping everything within the Apple ecosystem. You can see my phone here. This is the iPhone XR. Hopefully I'll get an upgrade soon, especially with the camera quality on the newer iPhones. I've got the Magic Mouse here, which has been awesome. I used to not even edit or use a mouse in general, and I only recently started doing this. So when I'm editing in Adobe Photoshop, making the thumbnails, it makes it so much easier, so much more precise. And I'd say that on some of the more complicated edits, it cuts off a significant amount of time between each of those sort of sequences there. Now, I'm gonna move this off to the side now. We don't really need this one. Now, when I'm working my 9-to-5 job, this one literally gets pushed to the side. I pull this one over, and I will open up all of my 9-to-5 work on this. Sometimes I'll still do stuff on the other screen, just like watching YouTube videos, do a couple side things, have it open, but for the most part, that's it there. Now, I don't have a speaker system for my desk. I don't really feel like I need one because actually these monitors have built-in speakers, but the speakers on the MacBook Pro are really immaculate. They do a great job with all the sound that I need. I'm just gonna push this aside here. One thing that I wanna show you guys, this microphone, as it comes off the table, which is fine. This is the Shure SM7B, and this is actually a microphone that Michael Jackson used, I believe, in the recording of Thriller. This isn't the exact one, but this is the same make and model that he had. So this is the Shure SM7B. A lot of people are asking me about the microphone. And then whenever I have my camera off the mount that you usually see it on, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Pro. That's what you can hear for the audio right now. Now over here, one qualm I have with this desk is the way that I set up my, my microphone. It already peeled and broke a lot of the paint off of it over here. So that's really unfortunate. That's sort of an operator error is my guess. But again, this desk is absolutely massive for what I need, and I'm probably gonna trim back to only using one monitor anyways. Now this thing is absolutely amazing. If you've never seen one of these before, it's what's called a stream switcher. That's what allows me to sort of on the fly be recording, be able to switch video angles so you can see from different cameras, different angles, what's been going on. So real quickly, actually, if I fire it up for you guys, I'll show you. This actually syncs my audio and everything that I'm doing. So everything in post becomes so much easier because I don't need to take separate audio files to link up. But this is sweet. So actually back here too, if you film behind this monitor, Emma, if you film behind there, you can see that is actually a teleprompter. And a lot of people ask me if I script out these videos. I don't actually usually script them out, but I use this sort of to be a guide for me to understand what I'm looking like when I'm speaking. So using this stream switcher, I hook it up to the teleprompter, and you can see if you focus up there, you can see that it is actually recording us, what we're doing. So I can see myself, make sure I'm making good eye contact. Also, it's displayed over on this monitor at the same time. And then if I had my other camera set up, it would be just as easy as clicking a button. It would switch over to the other angle, and that's all you needed to do. So that is the Sony Alpha A7 III. I have 2 of those, and there's actually a new Sony camera that I would recommend if you were just getting into it. These are really expensive. The lens itself that I'm using is the FE 1.4 24mm G Master lens created by Sony, and that lens alone I think is somewhere around $1,800. The body of this camera, when I bought it, each one was, I want to say, around $2,000, so it's not a cheap camera by any means. There's a new one that they came out with that actually has a flip screen. The one drawback to these cameras that I've been using is that when I go out vlogging or anything, sometimes it's blurry and I don't really notice it because I don't see myself in a flip out screen. There's a new Sony camera that actually offers that, so if you're just getting into it, really good one. But with the camera itself, you don't need a super expensive camera like this. I used to use a Canon, a cheaper Canon camera for a lot of things, and I have more budget equipment, but that's pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've been using. Other little knickknacks I have on my desk. So the iPad that I have here, I believe this is the 8th generation iPad, 128 gigabytes if you were wondering. And what that allows me to do is sort of display it on the screen as I'm talking about things. I use this Apple Pencil to circle or highlight articles, and you guys can see it all on the screen at once using the stream switcher, so everything's set up through that. And that's pretty much what I got for you there. Now there's a stand that my MacBook is on here, and I'm sorry that it's kind of jumbled all around. I'm just literally looking at my desk and relaying some of the products that I have. I have this mouse pad here, which is space themed. I was really into space stuff, I guess, in college. Over here I have a similar one, a lot smaller. Is there anything else that I should cover? I mean, this desk, like the one upstairs, it's a standing desk, so I can raise it and I can lower it as well. So I've been taking advantage of those features. However, like I said, that desk upstairs, I really like the aesthetic of it. I like everything that's been going on there. So eventually when we move to the new house, I have more space. I'll probably keep this desk around, but I'll definitely be moving over to that new desk, which will be housing the brand new setup in just a more advantageous space for me. So I'm really excited for that. Other than that, I got my pair of glasses right here, but I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have for my desk setup. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you want me to go in depth more, I didn't really showcase the full capabilities of what this stream switcher can actually do and how it's fully utilized. I'd be happy to go into that if you guys were wondering. Other than that, thank you so much for checking out this video and have a great day.